You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 5.
Local law enforcement preparing for the July 4th holiday, what they're doing to make sure everyone is safe during a crowded event.
Plus, speaking of staying safe, we've got some tips for you if you plan on hitting the road during this holiday season.
And this is a live shot from Thailand where crews are working to get 12 boys and a soccer coach out of a cave. This morning, we're learning their conditions and just how long the rescue might take. Good Morning Suncoast begins right now. And look who's back.
I don't even know how to do this. How do you be on TV again?
Sit there and look straight ahead and say what it says for you.
All right, I'm going to follow your direction. Welcome back. First day of vacation.
Yes.
Feels good to be back. Felt weird to get up this morning.
I bet it did.
Well rested. Had my daughter in from Michigan, so we had a great vacation week.
Nice time off. Good.
Yeah.
Well, John is off and Wendy is in. Good morning, Wendy Ross.
Good morning. As I drove in this morning, I saw lots of stars. So that's one good thing. We don't have any rain that we have to worry about this morning, and you don't have to worry about it for your morning commute either, because for the most part, we're looking at mostly fair skies right now, and the showers are located offshore, and we've got others forming along the east coast of Florida, which will eventually make their way here. Because it is summer, we have to have rain, and of course, we're going to have the hot temperatures as well. But right now, we don't have anything we have to be concerned with along the west coast of Florida. The showers that we're looking at, if you look out into the Gulf of Mexico, you are actually going to see a couple of showers located there, but they're moving away from the state, so we don't have to worry about any kind of rain. And what we're looking at right now, fair skies and temperatures at this hour in the 70s. So things are going to be warming up. We'll let you know how the rest of the day is shaping up in just a few minutes.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Wendy. Checking the roads right now. A little buildup on Manatee Avenue West as you head into downtown Bradenton. 301 southbound as you head towards State Road 70, and also 14th Street West from Bayshore Gardens back down toward Whitfield. Let's go to the next map now and check the upper half of Sarasota County. Little blip there on 41 southbound as you get past Bay of Vista, and also out on Fruitville westbound at Cattleman. And then our final map to the south will show us not much to report right now at 5:02 on your Tuesday morning.
Well, we are officially just one day away from the big day, 4th of July. For many, it is time for a road trip.
Our Marla Spence joins us now live from a 301 in Fruitville with a few ways you can stay safe on the roads as you head out to your destination this holiday. Marla?
Hey guys, this morning many people will be hitting the roads to get to where they need to be before 4th of July, which is tomorrow, and that means roads like US 301 and Fruitville Road could be really busy. Now, when traveling so late before the holiday, many people could be in a rush to get to where they need to be, and that could put them at risk for crashes and also breaking road rules. Now, the Sarasota Police Department is stressing to drivers this year to be very cautious on roadways. Officers stress the importance of driving at the speed limit, using seat belts, and most importantly, keeping those cell phones out of your hands. We're told it'll be all hands on deck for officers with Sarasota PD. All officers will be on duty to make sure roads are safe this year. And this isn't only for those traveling out or into the Suncoast, but also for those looking to enjoy local activities like fireworks on the Bayfront, which draws thousands of people each year.
And so we encourage people to arrive early, plan for extra traffic. If you are going to be heading down to the Bayfront and you do get there early, just plan for a little extra time getting out of there after the fireworks are over, because there are thousands of people that are going to be down there enjoying it, both on boats as well as setting up chairs at the Bayfront.
And the police department wants to make sure everyone is safe this year, including those who might be thinking about having a few drinks. Coming up at 5:30, we're going to be telling you what AAA is doing this year to help those who might have one too many drinks and might need a ride home. Reporting live in Sarasota, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Marla. Local law enforcement is preparing to put plans in place to make sure you're safe at crowded events the next couple of days. This year, the major fireworks shows are on Siesta Key, the Sarasota Bayfront, the Bradenton Riverwalk, and tonight at Nathan Benderson Park. At each event, law enforcement will be in uniform, undercover, and in some cases on horseback, patrolling the large crowds. However, law enforcement also relies on the community to report any threats or suspicious activity.
Obviously, this could, attract someone who's attention gathering, but the odds are extremely remote anything happening. So it's more to put back on the public to say don't be hesitant to call if they have a fear.
Many local law enforcement won't actually discuss what their specific plans are for security reasons.
It's also a good time for a little safety reminder when it comes to all of those holiday fireworks. Big reminder, yes, it is still illegal to launch fireworks here in the state, but there will be plenty of public fireworks shows at Bayfront Park, Siesta Key, Bradenton Riverfront, and some other areas that Ray just told you about. As a reminder, even something as small as sparklers can burn you.
Keep a safe distance even from sparklers. They burn at about 2,000 degrees, so at times people do get burns from sparklers.
Now, in the event that you do end up burning yourself and your skin starts to blister or blacken, or you feel like it's more of a severe burn, make sure you call 911 or at least head to your emergency room. And don't forget, even if it is just for sparklers, keep a water source close by just in case of an emergency.
Well, a disturbing story here. An alligator attack in Venice last Friday night left one dog dead and another still missing. It happened at Shamrock Park. A gator attacked 2 German shepherds. One was put to sleep due to severe injuries. The other has not been seen since. An investigation is now underway while dog owners at the park are being urged to keep their dogs on a leash at all times. We talked to a friend of that dog owner.
Their dogs were their kids, were their families.
I think it's a shame. I feel bad for the owner. It's a real tragedy when you lose a dog. They get curious probably for the gator, and if you get too close to one of them, they can run pretty good.
Wildlife officials are still looking for the alligator, which they want to capture and remove.
Northport police are looking for the owner of this truck right here. They say whoever was driving it stole a leaf blower and an edger from a landscaper last week off Ebbets Ford Street. Now, if you know anything, you're asked to contact the Northport police.
A follow-up now on the grandmother accused of killing a Bradenton woman to assume her identity. Prosecutors in Fort Myers now say they'll seek the death penalty for 56-year-old Lois Reese. She is charged with the shooting death of Pamela Hutchison on Fort Myers Beach. Prosecutors say Reese killed Hutchison, stole her credit cards and car, and then fled to Texas. Reese is also suspected in the shooting death of her husband Richard back in Minnesota. She's expected back in court next week.
Well, another big undercover sting in Sarasota County. This one busted people posing as contractors but not having a license. Now, this latest sting, aka Operation Freelance, put 12 people behind bars. That investigation involved undercover detectives hiring people claiming to be contractors but not having a license to actually do the work. Now, each person arrested was charged with a felony. Deputies say they are repeat offenders, some with prior felony charges, others with simply other prior convictions.
Venice police want your help to identify this woman. They say she stole, wait for it, hundreds of dollars worth of dental products from a store. If you recognize her, call the police in Venice. Update now on the case of the Seminole Heights killer in Tampa. The parents of the man accused of killing 4 people last year have been released from house arrest. Prosecutors say the couple gave the court enough information. Howell Donaldson III's parents have been under house arrest for 5 months after being held in contempt of court for refusing to answer questions. The case against their son continues.
And the Venice Farmers Market is getting a new location, just temporarily though, because of all that road construction in the downtown area. The Farmers Market is going to be moving to Avenue du Parc near City Hall. This Saturday will be the first Farmers Market at the new location until the road project there is finally finished. Now, of course, summer hours for the Farmers Market are Saturdays from 8 in the morning until noon.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, crews working hard this morning to get 12 boys and their soccer coach out of a cave in Thailand. This is a live shot right now going on in Thailand.
And later on in the hour, it's about to get loud as the 4th of July brings all those fireworks. Well, it can also bring stress to your pets. We're going to tell you how to keep them safe and protected this holiday.
But first, here is a live shot of Miami right now. A pretty shot from our sister station there. Beautiful shot there of a Biscayne Bay in the downtown area.
Gorgeous.
509. Wendy, peaceful day in our parts of the woods here?
We're looking pretty good because we just have just clear skies around the west coast of Florida. We'll find out about the morning commute and when the rain is going to come, because it is coming. We'll let you know when.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Me, pick me. Oh, come on, man. Oh, man, I love technology. Hey, check out my new phone. Look at this right here. For years, the DeSoto Club has needed improvements. Join me and Boys and Girls Club of Manatee County as we raise money to build a brand new facility. It will be bigger and better, just like it was 40 years ago when I attended. Invest in kids, build great futures.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator, there was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
Well, this morning, if you're heading out the door, you're going to notice if you look up into the sky, you'll actually see some stars out there because we have clear skies all along the west coast of Florida. But we do have some showers that are beginning to form, and they're all taking place along the east coast of Florida right now because our wind direction is bringing these showers from the east coast over to the west coast, and they're going to get here a little bit later on this afternoon. But right now, we don't have anything to worry about. We did have some overnight activity well to the north and west around Parrish and the northern sections of Manatee County, and those showers moved out during the overnight time period and has left us now with fair skies all along the west coast of Florida. And our future forecast is showing that we're not really expecting a whole lot in the way of rainfall until much later in the day. Beginning at around 2 o'clock, we'll probably start to see some showers taking place, but by 11 o'clock we're still looking nice and quiet along the west coast, and then as the afternoon wears on we start to see these showers picking up speed, giving us some partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies, and you may drive through, see some sunshine, and then all of a sudden there's going to be a rain shower. That's the kind of weather we're expecting throughout the day today. Very isolated showers for the most part, and as the morning progresses you'll notice 0% chances of rain all the way till 9 o'clock. And then beginning at 10 o'clock, we start to move those chances up to about a 20% chance until 1. And then at 2 o'clock, we get that 50% chance of rain. So you know we're finally in the thick of it, beginning at around 2 o'clock and all the way through into the evening hours. Right now it's 74 degrees. We have fair skies. The humidity is high, so it's like walking into a wet blanket, 91%. And winds are coming in out of the east, so they're very calm. And it's those easterly winds that are going to help to set up those showers along the east coast in the morning and then bring them over to the west coast later on in the afternoon. In the meantime, this is what it looks like all across our area. Mostly we have fair skies, a couple of clouds around Bradenton, 74 to 75 degrees all along the coastline. And our temperature forecast is showing that throughout the morning we stay in the 70s, but then by 9 o'clock we're already hitting 81 degrees. And as the morning and afternoon wears on, we start to see those temperatures back up around 91, 92 degrees and increasing clouds as the afternoon wears on, with the opportunity for rain developing later in the afternoon. Today's forecast, mostly sunny, a 40% chance of showers with a temperature reading of 92 degrees. Now, again, we've got the showers taking place along the east coast of Florida. They're going to make their way over to the west coast, and so this is what we can expect to see. And again, we've got the clear skies right now, but what we are going to be experiencing is that we will be getting these showers developing beginning at around 1 or 2 o'clock later on this afternoon. And of course, we'll let you know what we can expect over the next 7 days. Our holiday forecast is coming up on Wednesday, and we do have some developments that are going to be taking place. And when we see those developments, we're going to know that we've got showers in the forecast, and the rain's going to start to come in as things begin to shift around for us. So we're going to start to see more moisture back in the forecast, and that's going to give us about a good 50% chance of rain starting tomorrow. We'll be talking about that a little bit more as our newscast continues.
All right, thank you so much, Wendy. All right, right now let's head outside and check out some of that first alert traffic that is going on out there right now. Not too much to see. 301 State Road 70, just a couple delays in that area as well. If you head a little bit farther south in the area into Sarasota County, those roads are not looking too bad. If we can scooch into Sarasota right there. Or maybe, okay, there we go. So in Sarasota, those roads are not looking too bad either. Just one little delay right there on Clark Avenue, but otherwise not too much to see. If you head a little bit farther in the area, both 75 and 41 are running pretty smooth this morning. 517, that's your first alert traffic.
At this hour, work is underway to rescue 12 boys and their soccer coach trapped deep inside a flooded cave in Thailand. We've got some video of the crews working fast to deliver food and supplies to the group, but the options to bring them to the surface are far more complicated and could take weeks or even months. ABC's Candace Gibson has the latest.
Thai officials racing against time. The 12 boys, ages 11 to 16, and their coach have been underground since June 23rd, when floodwaters trapped them. Then they were found alive.
How many of you? 13. Brilliant.
A British dive team finding them about 2 miles inside the cave complex. Now Thai authorities are considering how to get them out. They say one option is to coach the group to swim using special breathing masks. Meantime, on the surface, efforts to drain water from the cave continue, and the teams are searching for possible alternate entrances or exits.
If they are in a place in the cave that is safe from further flooding, then the safest option is to just keep supplying them in the cave with food and of the ability to purify water and wait for the flooding to abate, or for the pumps to draw it down enough for them to come out through dry passage.
The boys and their coach have been medically evaluated inside the cave, and most are in stable condition. Some have suffered minor injuries. A medic was with them overnight. Experts say the group managed to survive for so long underground because of the warm temperature inside the cave and because they've been drinking fresh water that seeps through cracks in the rock. Family members are outside the cave entrance waiting for any news. Americans are part of the 1,000-person strong international rescue effort.
We're going to come together to figure out what the best possible solution is and kind of be able to get the kids out as safely and as quickly as possible.
Heavy rains are expected in that area again any day now, and that'll make getting everyone out safely that much harder.
Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
Still to come on Good Morning Suncoast. If you have blocked people on Facebook in the past, like Ray Collins, they may have accidentally been unblocked. We're going to tell you how it may have happened in today's Tech Bites.
Good, more of your pictures.
You bet.
Next half hour at 5:30, a small seaplane had a rough landing right in the water. How a good Samaritan was able to help rescue the pilot. 5:19 right now. Here's a live picture. Beautiful city there, San Francisco, where it's 55 degrees there. They'll see a high of 67. A little different here. Right now it's 75 in the Suncoast, high of 92 today. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Once you get atrial fibrillation, you need to have a very close relationship with your primary doctor. Prevention is the whole ball game here, because once you have a stroke, you can't undo it. A year without stroke, it's a year that you can enjoy doing the things that you've worked all your life to finally get to do. You took care of yourself. You did what is necessary for you to be around one more year. And then next year, we'll celebrate one more year without a stroke.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 70.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
There's a shot outside our window on this Tuesday morning, July 3rd. There are some fireworks today. In fact, Nathan Benderson Park trying an inaugural event. Starts at 4 o'clock, some live bands and fireworks. Plenty of room for picnics, chairs, and blankets. So it'll be fun, a head start to July 4th, July 3rd fireworks.
Maximize your fireworksness. That's what I think. Go to several different events. So get the most out of your July 4th holiday.
Yeah, you can start tonight and then tomorrow night.
There you
Tomorrow
go.
night, Siesta Key, Bayfront, Bradenton, Riverwalk, all over the area as well.
All right, sounds good. Well, moving on, let's check out some other video, some new video in from Hawaii today. It's a whirlwind created by lava. True story. Scientists say it lasted about 10 minutes, starting and stopping, though, mostly without warning. It's like a lava tornado in there. They say that swirling air actually tossed the hot lava several meters away. As for the eruption itself, the U.S. Geological Survey says lava is still flowing into the ocean and shows no signs of slowing down right now. Well, admittedly, blocking someone on Facebook can leave you, a little peaceful at times. But Facebook admits a bug in the system has actually unblocked people for many users.
All your exes. The story behind the big oops in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Facebook admits to a major screw-up that unblocked users' former friends without their permission.
Yikes. Facebook says for 8 days, a bug temporarily let some users who'd been blocked send messages to the people who'd blocked them, as well as letting them view their posts. And Instagram is offering a new way to keep you up to date with all of your friends' new pictures and videos.
It's a message you'll receive when you've scrolled past all of your friends' posts from the past 2 days. Instagram says it'll help you have a better understanding of your feed.
And Yelp has won a free speech victory. The California Supreme Court says the online review site cannot be ordered to remove unflattering posts.
Yeah, the court said removing negative reviews could undermine Yelp's viability. A law firm had sued, claiming defamation.
And those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, sponsored by Lyrica.
To most people, I look like most people. But on the inside, I feel chronic, widespread pain. Fibromyalgia may be invisible to others, but my pain is real.
Fibromyalgia is thought to be caused by overactive nerves. Lyrica is believed to calm these nerves.
I'm glad my doctor prescribed Lyrica.
For some, Lyrica delivers effective relief for moderate to even severe fibromyalgia pain and improves function. Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions, suicidal thoughts, or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these, new or worse depression, unusual changes in mood or behavior, swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects: dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who've had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
With less pain, I can do more with my family.
Talk to your doctor today. See if Lyrica can help.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. It's gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right? Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy. I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think It Up.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 5:30.
Families of the victims killed in the Stoneman Douglas High School shooting will get money from a GoFundMe page set up to help the families. We're going to tell you just how much.
With millions of drivers on the road this holiday, what AAA is doing to make sure you get there safely.
And it's a video that has gone viral for all the good reasons. An Army soldier proposes right there, right smack in the middle of an airport. We've got that story, plus your 4th of July forecast. It all starts right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
I'd get the chills if I saw that in an airport,
I
wouldn't
know,
you?
can you imagine? I would have to stop and stare. It would definitely be a gawking moment. Good morning to you. It is 5:30 on this Tuesday morning. I'm Stephanie Webb.
I'm Ray Collins. John Scalzi is off today. Wendy Ross is out of the bullpen. The right-hander is going to join us today. Hey, Wendy.
Good morning. And we are looking at a very fine morning this morning. If you look up while you're driving, you're going to notice there's lots of clear skies out there with not a cloud in the sky. And so things are nice and quiet as temperatures are now in the mid 70s for the most part, humidity at 91%, and those winds are calm right now. They're coming in out of the east at around 3 miles per hour. We're looking all around the area. Temperatures at the beaches are a little bit warmer, 78 degrees on Longboat, 77 Venice, Englewood reporting 76 degrees. You move inland and temperatures are either 74 or 75 degrees at this hour. And of course, as the day wears on, it's going to heat up very nicely. We're not expecting any rain throughout the morning hours. A little bit more cloud cover starts to come in beginning at around 10 o'clock. We'll already be at around 85 degrees at 10. It starts early. And then, of course, as we move into the afternoon hours, a little more cloud cover, 91, 92 for the high, and then those afternoon showers are going to prevail. So keep that in mind. Make sure if you're leaving the house afternoon today that you have that umbrella because you're going to need it. And as you can see right now, there's nothing developing along the west coast of Florida. The showers are all along the east coast. And of course, we're doing that dance where they come on over from the east coast and get here during the afternoon hours. And that's typical for this time of the year. But right now, along the Sun Coast, things are nice and quiet. And as you can see, the rain showers over the next couple of hours are going to stay well offshore. So if you're looking out west, you'll notice a couple of showers, but they're not coming here.
All right, good to hear. Thank you, Wendy. Checking the roads right now, 301 northbound, some congestion there at Samoset as you head toward downtown Bradenton. Otherwise clear in Manatee County. Checking farther south on the map into Sarasota County. We've got something, first off, 41 southbound from the 301 split down toward Weber. But let's click on that situation there on 41 and find out more about that. Looks like it's around 10th Street in the Van Wezel. Okay, 12th Street at 41. Plenty of construction going on there on the new the rotaries there, the roundabouts. So be aware of that accident in 41. You might want to take 301 until that clears up. Let's check the final map to the south right now and see not much to speak of at 5:32 on this Tuesday morning.
Well, we are one day away from one of the busiest holidays of the year. Lots of people out on the roads as always. And in order to keep your family safe this year, AAA is offering a service for many of those who have had one too many drinks.
Our Marla Spence has a live story for 301 in Fruitville. Marla?
Good morning, guys. With Independence Day here tomorrow, AAA is doing what it can to limit the amount of intoxicated drivers on the roads that may put other drivers at risk for severe or deadly accidents. Now, the company is doing this by offering its free tow-to-go service. If you had one too many drinks, AAA will pick you and your car up, whether you're a AAA member or not. Now, AAA will come and pick you up with a tow truck, and they'll take you and your car home as long as it's within a 10-mile radius. Now, they will only take you and one other person to a location. If you have more than one person with you, then you have to find other arrangements of getting home. The tow-to-go service starts today and will last through July 5th at 6 a.m. In order to receive service, you'll have to call the number on your screen or 855-2-TOW-TO-GO. And so far, the service with AAA has been able to provide service to more than 25,000 intoxicated or impaired drivers, potentially saving their lives or other drivers on the roadways. Reporting live in Sarasota, Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Marla. And as those millions are expected to hit the road tomorrow, you are going to need to gas up. So here's a few of the cheapest places we could find to get gas right here on the Suncoast. According to Gas Buddy, in Sarasota, you can fill up at the Sunoco on North Tamiami Trail for just $2.65. In Bradenton, you can fill up at the Wawa on 1st Street for $2.65 also. And in Venice, you can fill up for $2.64 at the racetrack on Point Loop Drive.
Well, fireworks are fun for most of us, but for animals, they can be terrifying. Lights and noise can be overwhelming. Animal shelter advocates say don't forget about your pets while so much is going on. Look for signs of trouble if they're acting skittish, hiding, or strange in any way while fireworks are going off. The experts say take them to a quieter place or at least stay with them while they're trying to cope.
You could probably hug them, wrap them in a tight blanket, maybe a tight t-shirt, just anything that gives them comfort and support. Really, I think it's just a comfort issue and kind of pets like to be petted and handled, and I think it's just kind of comforting.
Doctors say never punish your pet for barking or acting skittish over the noise of fireworks. Instead, try to be as comforting as possible, just as you would with a small child.
Well, in today's Health Smart, not only can mosquito bites be an itchy issue during your holiday festivities, but the health threats over those bites have actually risen in the past few years. A new CDC report shows that the number of illnesses caused by mosquitoes, ticks, and flea bites has tripled since 2004, and 9 new germs spread by mosquitoes have actually been discovered since then. Now, severe mosquito-related illnesses like Zika and West Nile virus are still pretty rare, but they can be deadly. Some go-to tips for the holiday. First, of course, use mosquito spray, but don't forget to spray it in your backyard as well as on your being. Make sure that it is EPA approved, and wear long-sleeve shirts and pants if you're heading to an area known for heavy mosquito activity.
A small seaplane crashed in the water near Miami.
But luckily for the pilot, who was the only person on board, a Good Samaritan who just happened to be a volunteer firefighter was actually there to help. Reporter Sheldon Fox has a story.
Don't let the music in this cell phone video fool you. This is no party, but it's about to be a rescue.
Picked them up from the side.
Marcos Moraga has a whale of a story to tell of his Sunday on the water.
I see the plane circling through.
On his boat with his family and out-of-town friends near downtown Miami, they started taking video of a seaplane in the air.
I told my wife, take a video so my friends, they could show their friends over there in Spain.
They had no idea anything was wrong, just figured they'd catch the landing. What they caught was the awkward splash of a crash landing.
I saw a plane flipping forward. When I saw the plane flipping forward, I called the Coast Guard.
But he did more than that. He started heading in the direction of the aircraft. You see, the pilot was especially lucky to have Moraga as his first responder. And that's because Moraga actually is a first responder. He's a volunteer firefighter for Lauderdale by the Sea. And so he did what comes natural.
Circling the plane, I saw one victim in the water, which was a pilot with a gash in top eyebrow. And I asked him if he was okay and there was any other victims in the plane.
What did he say?
He said no. Got close to him and I told my family members to help him out on the boat. Took my first aid kit, put on gloves, and I gave him an ice pack to stop the bleeding a little bit.
Bloody but in good shape, the victim was later met by officials from FWC and the Coast Guard.
A plane that went down in the water in the main ship channel here at the Port of Miami.
He wasn't sure what caused the problem on the seaplane, but was glad to have been in the right place at the right time.
Got to the plane down within a couple minutes, and just to get there on time to be able to see that the victim was coming out of the water, and we were able to clear the plane of any other possible victims.
In this case, the problem on the water came out of the sky.
Wow, a no swim advisory for Bird Key Park remains in effect this morning. The state health department says there are harmful levels of bacteria in that water. If swallowed accidentally while swimming, the bacteria could cause stomach issues. They'll continue to test that water between the Ringling Bridge and St. Armand Circle, but for now they suggest that nobody swims at this time.
Well, some welcome news for the families of the 17 victims killed in the Stoneman Douglas High School shooting back in February. On Monday, the Broward Education Foundation announced how the money from a GoFundMe campaign will finally be distributed. First, each family of one of the 17 victims killed that day will receive $400,000 from that fund to help cover funeral expenses, medical bills, and other life expenses. The 18 injured survivors will each split $1.6 million. Now, students who were inside the building while the shooting happened will receive about $2,500 from that fund, and students who were on campus that day but not in the building will receive $1,000 each. Now, that GoFundMe campaign raised itself more than $10 million. 100% of all of those profits will go right to the victims and their families.
Back in this area, Sarasota County has helped maintain 5 parks within the city of Sarasota, but that deal has now ended. The 5 parks are Arlington, Centennial, Ken Thompson Park, Payne Park, and the Sarasota Lawn Bowling Club. The city says taking care of the parks will require 28 new part-time and full-time workers and cost taxpayers about $900,000. The city manager, Tom Barwin, says this is one of the reasons he wants to increase taxes. Last week, commissioners voted 3-2 to direct staff to go back and find other places to cut.
It is a difficult thing to budget for, no question about it, and actually hire for, because we're looking to actually hire for these positions by October 1st, which is going to be very difficult to make sure we transition the people into those positions and make sure that the residents and citizens don't feel any issues or effects of those transitions.
At least one commissioner questioned why 28 workers are needed to maintain 5 parks. They'll talk about the potential property tax increase again on Monday.
Well, here's a welcome home that will forever be one to remember. So many people are sharing and retweeting this picture taken at Tampa International Airport. Shows Army soldier Austin Fitch getting home and proposing, dropping right to the knee, proposing to his fiancée. Passengers waited, watched, and cheered when she happily said yes. The couple got engaged right there in the main terminal. People got it on video, got pictures of it. Nice to keep all that. And thank you for your service, Austin.
Like a scene from a movie.
I know, I love that. I'm happy she said yes.
That worked out, yeah. Well, still ahead while many are hitting the roads for the holiday, drivers should keep in mind the different laws other states have, especially when it comes to using your phone while driving. The warning police have on trying to delete evidence from your phone if you're pulled over. But first, here's a live shot from Thailand. This is going on right now. Big time difference there. 12 young soccer players and their coach stuck in a cave right now.
They were saying some of the updates, it could take them up to 4 months to get these guys out, and they were considering having to possibly teach the kids how to dive in order to get back out of the cave.
That's a movie too.
It is. Strange situation, but thankfully everybody inside was okay and they have been rescued. So just trying to figure out how to get them out.
All right, let's get to the local forecast. Here's Wendy Ross.
And things are quiet right now. We've got drier conditions sitting across central Florida, but things are about to change, and we'll let you know what those changes are for us.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Well, this morning you'll notice it's a little bit drier out there in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and that is going to inhibit any kind of rains developing along the west coast of Florida. It's not stopping showers from developing along the east coast. And if you'll recall, over the weekend we were dealing with a low pressure system that helped to bring about some rain showers for us, and that low has now moved along the Louisiana coastline, and it's taken a lot of this moisture along with it. However, we are now looking at an additional low pressure system that's located out here in the Atlantic. You can see that counterclockwise swirl right here, and this is where this low is developing, and it's something that the National Hurricane Center is going to be paying attention to over the next couple of days. Right now there's a 1% chance that it could develop into a tropical system, but what we're going to do is just keep our eyes on it. But it could bring about some more rain chances and higher rain chances for us as the week progresses. In the meantime, it's shooting off some showers. You can see some of these showers now developing out here in the Atlantic, and eventually these showers are going to be moving onshore, and eventually those showers are going to be moving here towards the west coast later on this afternoon, bringing us about a 40% chance of rain. But right now we don't have anything developing along the west coast. We've had a couple of showers located out here in the Gulf. They're moving away because we've got the winds coming in out of the northeast, and that's pushing any activity developing nearby farther away from us. As you can see, those winds right now still out of the northeastern part of the area, and so that's meaning that we're not going to see any development coming at us from the Gulf of Mexico. But later on today, you'll notice by 11 o'clock, still quiet, but we're now starting to see some showers popping up over the central part of the state. And then as the day wears on, all of that rain starts to move in our direction. Do you remember yesterday you might have had lots of sunshine and all of a sudden you drive through a rain shower? We could see some of that developing again today. And what's going on is we've got 0% chance of rain through 9 o'clock this morning, but then once 10 o'clock comes around, we start to move those rain chances up incrementally, 20% chance until 1 o'clock, and then by 2 o'clock this afternoon, we're back up to a 50% chance of rain. So our best chances are going to be taking place after 2 o'clock this afternoon with rain showers and the possibility of a thunderstorm very isolated in our forecast. Right now, temperatures all around the state are in the 70s, some 80s popping up in locations. Key West, Melbourne reporting 82 degrees, 83 in Key West, 81 degrees in Miami right now. For us, we're all in the mid 70s. If you go farther inland, we are looking at temperatures that are a little bit warmer. And as far as the tropics are concerned, we've got Fabiano out here in the Atlantic. We have this low pressure system over Louisiana. The other one that we're watching out here in the Atlantic, this is just something that's a wait and see. And then we don't have anything other than some waves coming off the coast of Africa. As far as the rest of the nation is concerned, wet weather over the northern plains and parts of the southeast. And for us, we are looking at a 40% chance of rain for today, and then over the 4th we've got a 50% chance in our forecast, and we keep those rain chances at 40 to 50% for the rest of this work week.
All right, thank you so much, Wendy. Let's move on and check out some of the first alert traffic. We are going to head into Sarasota because we've got an accident right there to tell you about. There's an accident at 12th Street right there at 41. So right at 41 and 12th Street, there is an accident right at there in those lanes that is slowing things down. So if your commute takes you through there, might want to reroute yourself, or at the very least, just give yourself a little bit extra time this morning. That is it. That's your first alert traffic at 5:49. Well, driving while texting has always been illegal, but now you can get a ticket for just holding your phone while you're driving in some states. And if you think you can lie and erase the evidence from your phone, you're wrong. Reporter Danielle Luan has a story.
If you're driving distracted,
the reason I'm stopping you when you turn
eliminating the proof is a waste of time.
Just because you delete it, it's not gone.
With a few clicks, law enforcement can track every bit of evidence.
You think you can delete the evidence just like other people think they can throw the drugs or the beer bottle out the window as they're getting pulled over.
Will Baggett, a digital forensic analyst, says current software can track your phone's entire history. He says this goes for any type of media. Your phone monitors all applications you use. Even a built-in gyroscope tracks the position of the phone.
So it's not just closing the app. There's so much evidence that shows exactly what was going on at any one moment in time.
Today, I sent a sample text to WTOC's bureau chief, Dow Kennedy, then deleted the entire message thread. Within 30 minutes, Baggett was able to recover every detail.
There's the deleted date, time, and exactly what the text was.
Shocked myself, I headed out in the area to see what others think. Most admitting their first instinct would be to hide their trail.
I thought deleting it would take care of that problem. I didn't know they could bring it back up.
Yeah, so would that be your first thought if they pulled you over to just kind of go ahead and get rid of it?
I mean, yeah, that's always my first thought, is to try and hide the evidence.
Would you think that you should delete it so they wouldn't find it?
Yeah, I'll turn your phone off, either one.
Even though officers can't search your phone on the side of the road, they can issue a warrant. It's simple. Keep your hands on the wheel and off your phone. If you're caught red-handed, the truth will come out one way or another.
Oh, it sure will. Also keep in mind, your car can also track almost anything with the built-in Bluetooth and other technology. Both your phone and car can also serve as a witness in any case against the law.
Deer versus barbershop. Which one is your money on? Watch this. 3 deer caught on cell phone video running through the doors of a Mississippi barbershop on Saturday night. A few were actually on hand and saw what happened.
I took the video. I didn't get them going in. All I did was get them coming out, though. And I didn't get the first one that went that direction. I just got the other two. I don't know how I did it. It was really fast.
They just went right there on the bench where my customers sit. One of them slid under the bench and got stuck and was scratching trying to get up.
And for some reason, the owner's insurance won't cover the damages.
Oh, that whole situation just went right wrong.
Oh dear.
Oh, Ray.
Deer in the headlights.
Got any more?
I'm done.
Okay, good. Let's move on. Let's go check out Miami. Let's just randomly go to Miami, folks. 81 degrees there. A little warmer there than it is right now, but beautiful shot.
Yeah, Biscayne Bay, South Florida. Pretty shot there. We'll have our local scene, local headlines straight ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit helpsavethenextgirl.com and get involved.
Hunger is a growing problem in our area, and a huge number of Suncoast residents are suffering in silence.
It could be your coworker,
Your child's classmate,
or your friend fighting to secure their next meal. But you can help.
ABC7 is partnering with local organizations to help feed the Suncoast.
Go to mysuncoast.com/hunger to join the fight. Help us.
Help the hungry.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Here are the headlines. Higher property values mean more money for local government. Simple enough, the city of Sarasota alone will reportedly get nearly $1 billion more in tax dollars now.
Plus, as you're making your 4th of July plans for tomorrow, don't forget about your pets. All that noise and activity can really stress them out, so make sure you've got a quiet place for them to go to tomorrow.
And the first fireworks display is actually tonight at Nathan Benderson Park. The event begins this afternoon at 4 o'clock. With live music. That'd be a nice time out there. It's all free.
Get your July 3rd and your July 4th if you played that right.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to turn out. This is their first time trying this the day before the 4th of July.
Not bad.
Picnics and kayaks out there. You can rent those, so it'll be a nice day for it.
That's right. We're going to be sleeping through. Oh, wait, no, you're on vacation later this week. You'll get to see fireworks.
That's right, Wednesday night.
Very exciting.
I'll tell you about it Thursday.
No, you won't.
Another full hour of news and Wendy Ross straight ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.